Hi everybody, welcome to Vijayasav Foundation. My name is Manoj Swaminathan and today we are going to learn about the role of the legal department in pharmacovigilance. It's going to be a short topic, but you will realize the importance of the legal department in the day-to-day functioning of the pharmacovigilance activities. So let's get started. So, first and foremost, the legal department plays a very important role in managing the safety agreements. So, what do you mean by management? Right? So, you might be wondering because you have the pharmacovigilance team for managing the activities, then why should legal department get involved apart from giving the template, right? So the legal department would, yes, they would prepare the template for executing the safety agreements, but at the same time, they will also help you with the review comments. So in case you share that with your business partner and they come up with some comments and they want some clauses to be changed, who will support you that time? It is going to be the legal department. Apart from this, the legal department will also maintain a repository of all the safety agreements that have been executed till date. Apart from this, the legal department will also keep a track of when the agreements are due for renewal. So that's again very important. So unless the legal department vets the agreement, the authorized signatory will not execute the agreement. So please remember that. So legal department plays a very important role in the safety agreements. Again, if there are some clauses which you feel that these may not be appropriate or you will not be able to adhere to, then you can always consult your legal department and they would suggest how best to address this. Okay, so that is the first, and that is about the safety data exchange agreements. The next, I'm talking about other contracts. So when you talk about pharmacovigilance department, is it only the safety agreements? No, right? Because the pharmacovigilance team may have various contracts and agreements with various business partners, vendors, right? Service providers. Imagine they have outsourced pharmacovigilance to a service provider. Then again, you would need a contract, right? And again, somebody who would identify if there is a breach of contract, right? So again, the legal department would play a very important role. The legal department will again maintain a repository of the other contracts as well, and they will ensure to review all the contracts, right? So whether it is okay or fit for sign off, and also if there are any review comments they will support and they would say that okay, this has to change or this is acceptable, right? And then ultimately they would vet it for the authorized signatory to execute the agreement. So again, legal department will play a very important role out here. So virtually any contract and agreement, the legal department plays a very important role. Apart from this, the medical or medico legal case reports, right? So suddenly you come across an adverse event where somebody is asking for a claim or they say that I need compensation, right? And that is the time when the pharmacovigilance team will not understand what to do. So who would be able to guide you? It is going to be the legal department. So these are not quite uncommon. These are very common, okay? And not that only the innovator companies face this, even the generic companies may face this. And not that only some countries you would get medical legal case reports, it can be from any country. So again, this is one area where the legal department is there to support the pharmacovigilance team. If in case you come across any such queries from the patients or the reporters, then feel free to take the opinion from the legal department. Don't try to become over smart and take a decision by yourself because you might then land in trouble. So, whenever in doubt, please feel free to reach out to the legal department. Sometimes, what will happen is you would have a doubt whether this has to go to the legal department. Is it something related to the claim or not? Then, in that case, you would need to reach out to the legal department. One example is that I have faced this adverse event. How can your company help me? So this may be a statement or a question. and you wouldn't understand what is it really related to, what is the patient or the reporter expecting. Again, in such cases, you can keep the legal department informed or even seek their opinion. Okay, so this is again very important. So, are these only the roles of the legal department in pharmacovigilance department, or is there anything else as well? Right. So, there's one area where the legal team may directly receive adverse events. So that is also a possibility that some lawyer would report the adverse event directly to the legal department. So that is a possibility. So in such cases, the legal department has to share it with the pharmacovigilance team. Right? Even they would have been trained in pharmacovigilance, and again the 15-day timelines need to be adhered to. So that way, the legal team needs to be trained on pharmacovigilance, and the timelines are even applicable to them. Okay. Now, apart from these, the legal team plays a very important role during the mergers and acquisitions. So, what do you mean by this? Say the company acquires a new product, or the company divests or sells some licenses or products. Again, the legal team will play an important role. Why? Because we are talking about the transfer of safety data, right? There may be a different database by the acquirer for the acquirer, and then you need to share the database and or the safety data for that product. Again, legal team will play a very important role out here. And apart from this, if there is an acquisition, right, or say a product acquisition, I would say. So in that case as well, they would play an important role. They would say what all data has to be requested from the other company. So they would ensure that everything has been requested, and then only they would say that okay, everything is okay. So that way, legal department again plays a very important role. Sometimes there are large mergers where the company will acquire the other company. Again, the legal team plays a very important role where they should guide you or the guide the pharmacovigilance team in sourcing of the required safety data, right? So identifying the contracts, and again, if there are any products which are under litigation, are there any litigation cases going on, right? All those things play a very important role, and this is where the legal department will support, right? So these are in short about the roles or activities of the legal department in the pharmacovigilance activities. In case you feel that I have missed something, feel free to share so that I can consider adding that in my next video. So that's it about the role of legal department in pharmacovigilance. Now you would appreciate that yes, the legal department plays a very important role. Also, feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions, comments, or even suggestions. Thank you. I trust you found this session to be useful.